welcome to another episode of the Horror Flick Chicks podcast. The gang's all here today. I am Sonia from the Horror Flick Chicks, and my partners in crime, Sandra and Angie, are here with me as well. What's up, ladies?
Hey.
And today we have the pleasure of welcoming back Daniel John Kearney.
So much. Thank you for having me, and it's nice to meet you, Angie.
Yes, nice to meet you too.
Thank you so much for being here. And for those that don't know, Daniel is an actor, producer, writer, and filmmaker, best known for his work in independent horror. And he joined us here a couple months ago to discuss some of his upcoming work. And now he's back to discuss some of those finished projects. So welcome again, Daniel.
Thank you.
Yay.
Thank you so much.
We're so excited to have you back.
Well,
Um,
so good to see everybody. I can't believe it. And it's been like, I think it was like February or March.
Oh,
It's been that long,
it was
It was
earlier in
earlier
the
in,
year for sure.
yeah,
right? Yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah, I can't believe it.
Oh,
We're so excited because when we last spoke, we know you were working on a ton of stuff and two big films that you were working on, The Itinerant and The Malakai, and now we know that you have wrapped on those films. So congratulations, first of all.
thank you. Thank you very much.
Um, so what does it feel like when you put so much energy and hard work into making a film and then you finally see the finished product?
Wow. Well, it's not, we have some post-production to go and everything. But from what I've seen, it's incredible. And it's a wonderful feeling because these were the first I was blessed to be able to direct two films within 4 months of 3 months of each other, and seeing everything happen and come to fruition was just out of this world. And everybody really, really brought their A game to both the Itinerant and the Malachi. And it's I'm still like not registering it. I think I won't register it until I see the assembly cuts of the
Yeah,
film being edited
yeah.
right now. And I stay far away from when the editors you know, do their thing.
Okay.
And then I swoop in, and then we'll be making all the changes and different cuts and different things that I want to implement in scenes. But yeah, from what I see, it's wild. And I was so proud of our entire team, all the producers and all the actors, and the sacrifices that were made.
Yeah, I remember the first interview we did, you spoke so highly of not just the films, but the team that was helping you, the actors and like, behind the scenes and everything. Like you always spoke so highly of them. So I was so looking forward to, the finished product. And I can't wait to see these films. So I'm so excited. I'm so happy for you.
Thank you so much. And just to add to that, like when I said my films, they're not my films, I wrote them, or, actor or director, whatever. It's everybody's film that was
Yes.
involved, because I could never ever do a second of it without everybody by my side. Everybody's so pivotal, and I'm so grateful for everybody. Yeah.
mm. Well, that's amazing, Daniel. Knowing that The Itinerant is your directorial debut, wanted to know if you could tell us a little bit behind the idea of the film.
Yeah. So the itinerary went through many, many script revisions. I was living with that character and idea for a long time. It's a very disturbing film. So, but basically, what, what, so I can reveal more because now I said, so basically it, it's so hard because I signed NDA agreements. It's so hard, even though I wrote it, there's producers that own the film. Sorry. Um, so basically the
It'll
idea
be
for the,
between us.
yeah, oh, okay. Well, the original concept for the itinerant was I was so like disenfranchised with like the world. I just think like everything like changed dramatically after COVID. And I think that
Yeah.
people were treating people differently than they did before. And everything just felt weird to me. So that's where I originally came up with the idea for itinerant. It's a man child kind of that's like lost in time, going through traumatic experience, and then he's then put back into the world for the first time ever, and he doesn't know how to negotiate himself in this new world, and it leads to complete chaos and basically horror. That was the original story, and but then it evolved over time, and then I really wanted to add a true crime element to it. So what I can reveal is that my character Dean Montgomery is extremely disturbed. He
Mm.
was taken as a child, and he ends up escaping his captor 30 years later. But he knows nothing of the world. He doesn't know anything. He doesn't know how to interact in the world. He doesn't know how to work with, speak to people. He doesn't, I mean, he speaks to people. He's a perfectly, you know, normal person, but he's, he does, it's everything's strange around him. And because of the horrible trauma that he incurred from being held captive once he's escaped, um, things that he sees around him set him in motion into a down plane, sent him into a downward spiral,
Mm.
and basically chaos um, sets loose, not on purpose, just because he doesn't know how to interact in the world. And chaos breaks loose in the town that he grew up in when he finds himself going back on memory lane and finding a lot of people that he grew up with. So it's disturbing. That's all I can tell you. And my character, I was so excited to play it because he he's kind of like me in a lot of ways, but he also um like at the drop of a dime, like he just turns into like something else. And I can't explain.
Mm.
Only thing I could compare it to is like Hannibal Lecter. Like Hannibal Lecter meets
Oh.
Anthony Perkins in Psycho. That's the best way to explain it.
Ooh.
That's the way I can explain it. The character is very like kind of like Anthony Perkins in Psycho, but the savagery that can come out of nowhere, like you see in Silence of the Lambs.
Wow.
Okay.
I think there's a bit of it for everybody. There's a true crime element to it, which I think even non-horror fans will love.
Yeah.
And it also Hannah Fierman appears, who's my dear friend. She was in
Oh,
VHS, Siren,
awesome.
and
Yes.
the
Yes,
one you met her, right? With
we
the
Yes. We
did.
met her when we met you at Hudson Valley last year. Yes.
Yeah, she's so
She's
sweet.
awesome. Yes, she is. She's very sweet.
So we had a great time, and so that's what I can say about that. I just when you see the trailer, more will be revealed.
Ooh, I'm
Man,
looking
I
forward
can't
to it.
wait. Yeah.
Exciting.
Thank you.
Um, if you don't mind, I just want to ask a little bit more about the character Dean Montgomery. And apparently you lost 30 pounds to play this role.
Yes, I've gained a little bit of it back,
And
but
how did you do that? Let me
Wow.
just write that down.
oh,
That's crazy.
no, it, I really, I, I wanted to because the character he's very childlike because he's been held captive, almost like
Yeah.
Michael Jackson-ish. So
Right.
kind of like very
Naive.
Yeah.
yeah. And I just felt like, I mean, I was never like a big muscular, guy or anything like that. But I was bigger. And I just felt like if I had a normal frame, that my character wouldn't portray that childlike innocence that Dean
Mm.
had, or like how he was not able to be escaped previously.
Yeah.
And I think it came off really well. So what I did was is I lived off for like 3.5 months, steak, vegetables, chicken, and protein shakes, and that's it, and water and coffee. I did that for 3.5 months, and
Wow.
but making sure I was like staying like a 1,500 calorie level.
Yeah.
Not healthy, but it
Yeah.
got me there,
Yeah.
and yeah. So I when you see the movie, I mean, I'm like
Wow.
really small, and
That's
because you know what,
crazy. I mean, like 5 pounds is hard. So imagine like 30 pounds.
I
That's
have been trying, I can tell you. But
funny.
basically, no carbs. Got it.
No,
Okay.
no,
yeah, no carbs.
no,
Um,
no carbs,
I
no alcohol, Annie.
Yeah, that's rough. Um, it's not exactly tea, just kidding. Um, It's just interesting to hear you talk about the weight loss because it reminds me of when Donnie Wahlberg lost all that weight for The Sixth Sense.
Yeah.
So
Oh, yeah,
if
yeah,
you recall, he was very, very
He was
gaunt
so
in that film.
frail.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Um,
absolutely. Oh my God, that's a great point.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's what
I didn't even know it was him when I first saw the
Yeah,
movie. I didn't
exactly,
even
neither did
neither
realize it
did
was
I.
I.
him because he
Yeah,
looks so different.
Yeah.
I forgot all about that. And now that you
Yeah.
reminded me, Jesus, I
yeah.
can't
That was
believe that.
crazy.
Yeah, that was crazy.
I was
So
gonna
is
say we're gonna watch this movie. I'm not gonna even recognize
I
you.
Oh,
know.
you'll recognize
Okay,
it.
okay.
I had like
Well,
a big
we already
I
know
know,
him.
I
So we're
know.
like, oh, we
beard
know.
and everything. But because what happens is I wanted to have, I know we have limited time, but I wanted to have
No, you're
to
good.
show the evolution, to show the
Yes.
Oh yeah.
evolution of me. So when I, make my way out, you see I'm very frail and I have a big beard. I don't look like, don't look well at all. And then slowly my image starts to change, and there's elements throughout the film that allow my hair to completely change. I don't care. I can reveal this. I shaved my head, all my hair off in the
Wow.
film. So
Wow.
I had a crew cut, and then I shaved my beard completely up. So, you know,
Yeah.
you could see an evolution happen throughout the film, and I thought that was really important, for the arc of the character
Right.
to have that. So
Like a whole transformation. That's awesome.
that's right, because in essence, I end up becoming my worst enemy. I end up becoming my captor.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
I was gonna say it must be difficult to try to lose weight and especially all that weight and the amount of time you have to lose it when you have kids in the house because they always have good snacks and you
yeah,
always want snacks.
I
That's what
love
I was
ice,
thinking about.
It's true.
and I love ice cream,
Oh,
but the it's not hard because the stress of filmmaking, that's no
yeah.
problem.
Okay. All right, all
You don't
right.
get that. You know, some days
that
I'm
makes
like
sense.
so stressed out I can't even, keep anything down. But
Yeah.
well, that helped out big time.
Yeah, okay. All right. So for first, I want to ask about the Malachi and if you can tell us a little bit about the story of the Malachi and also for this film, you work with a lot of famed horror actors.
Yeah,
So exciting. So you worked with Terry Kaiser, who we know as Dr. Cruz from Friday the 13th, Part 7, The New Blood. And he was Bernie.
Hey,
Oh,
Bernie.
hello.
yeah, yeah,
Bernie. Come
yep,
on. And married Catherine Stewart, who was Regina Belmont in Night of the Comet, which is iconic
yeah.
Yes.
movie as well.
And
And
she was also
also,
in Weekend at Bernie's.
and she, yes,
That
She
was
was
the
also,
reunion.
yes.
Oh, wow.
Thanks, Sandra.
yes.
You're
I
right.
owe that all to my dear friend and producer, by the way, Kelly Marks. She
That's
made that
awesome.
happen. And as soon as I found out, I was like, she's interested.
Oh,
And I just the reunion of that, I knew it was
yeah.
awesome.
That's so
And it
That's
cool.
great. And also Andrew Hubestek, who was played Aunt Zelda in Pet Cemetery, like icons, right?
One
So
of the creepiest
yeah,
horror characters like ever.
yeah.
absolutely. So
Oh my God.
if you can tell us about the story behind the Malachi and also what it was like working with these actors of this caliber.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So first I'll talk about the actors really quick. So Terry's a dear friend of mine. We did a film called Events Surrounding Peeping Tom together, and I've been friends with him for years. And he's a really sweet guy. He's given me some of the best advice I ever had. And when I sent him the script, I did not expect. I didn't know how he'd react, but he's like, "Let's do it." So it was great, and so I love him. And Catherine, working with her was incredible. I mean, she's so beautiful too, and really kind. And it was just surreal because I grew up watching all of her films. I mean, I
Yeah.
remember that old HBO symbol coming on the TV, and I'm seeing one of her films for the first time, and there she is, and the Weekend at Bernie's and stuff like that when I was a young
Yeah, I
kid.
know.
That's
And Andy and I have done a lot of conventions together, and we've become really good friends. And as scary as Zelda is
Yes.
in
Oh my God.
Pet Cemetery,
Oh
he
my
couldn't
gosh.
be a kinder, sweeter person.
oh,
And love him dearly. Hope to work with him again soon. And also Hannah Fairman was in Malachi as well. I always have.
and
Oh,
Hannah,
she's
yes.
awesome.
It was good. So working with them was absolutely incredible. Again, it was surreal, but you have to kind of it's so crazy and it's so crazy. You're trying to stay in character. You're trying to direct. You're trying to do the producing jobs you have to do. You kind of don't have time to fanboy out,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I was definitely for a little while like I was definitely for a little while like I can't believe this is
In
happening.
like inside, like
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
so super cool.
yeah. And thank you. And then the story of the Malachi um, was deeply important to me. So I had it's actually from a reoccurring nightmare I've had since I was a little kid. It started like back in 1992. I saw Nick at Night. There was an episode of Superman and the Mole People from 1953,
mm,
and there was these little creatures in it, and I saw them when I was alone downstairs in my basement. I had nightmares.
oh.
I still to this day have nightmares of them. So I have always said I wanted to make a movie about it, and I had many versions of the script written, but then I kind of said, when I do these films, I love to be extremely scary, but subtext to me is very important. Like I like to have something in there that there's points in the story that people can relate to that, So this one, the subtext of the film is about relationships of all kind at different stages in people's love life and their relationships. Some are married, some are together, some have different um, you know, facets to them. Some hate each other, some love each other, blah, blah, and some are in that beginning stage that's beautiful and wonderful. So we take that and we incorporate that with a couple who is selling their Airbnb, their home, in their
Mhm.
final straw of their marriage. My character wants to get rid of his husband, who's played by my one of my dear friends, Lucas Dunaway. My wife wants him to come over and decorate our house, but his house is incredible. We shot there, but anyways,
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
yeah, and so basically, our relationship is disintegrated. It's horrible. I'm a I've gone back to alcoholism in the film, so this is a subtext of alcoholism, how it affects relationships. So that's what I want to put in there. But the Malachi, so the actual creatures, what happens is I can say is that while they're going to sell their Airbnb and sign the papers and be done with it the next day, the town that they go to, they actually happen to stumble across a situation that's been disturbed, a local legend, if you will, that's kind of been a hush hush in the town. And they were disturbed in their habitat in a very remote area that people had decided to go and visit in this very, very remote area of the backwoods. And so basically, they are dispersed. There are these terrifying, terrifying creatures. And basically, they go and they wreak havoc on everything that's within the woodlands. And then they find their way to the cabin
Mm.
that Lucas's character and myself are at. And when I tell you that they are terrifying, they
Mhm.
are beyond terrifying. I can't show any pictures. That's all I can say. I can just tell you that we had amazing, amazing little people actors come on board, and they were all professional wrestlers, little people, professional wrestlers,
Oh.
and their makeup was done by special effects guru Kevin Ward, who's just a master. Um, and they were such professionals. They were so awesome. I think it was
That's
because they have that
awesome.
wrestling background,
yeah.
and they were so great. And when I interviewed so many, and the ones that came on board were perfect because each of them have their own personality. They don't say anything, but they have, there's verbiage, there's dialect that's used by them, and they own have their own personalities. Like I could just like it's like the three ghosts in Casper. They all have their three personalities, except these ones will give you nightmares for years.
Right.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm not kidding. I was scared just being there on set, them busting out in the dark. Oh man, it was really scary.
Well,
Yeah.
I can't. Oh, wow.
So I can't reveal too much about the film, but
Yeah.
the
Okay.
trailer will be out soon. I hope that was enough, to talk
Yeah,
about.
I
No,
mean,
that's good.
we're
But
happy
The
with
suspense is killing me, but
whatever we can get. We're happy. Yeah.
yeah, the trailer will be out soon. And another thing too is that we want to do with the Malachi, Angie, to answer your question too, is like we wanted to have the time and place where the film takes place, like a character in itself. So
Okay.
directing the film, I made sure that every 5 seconds I said to my DP, who's also a great friend of mine, Jaron Lewis, who I've done many films with, um, I was like, film that, film that, film this, film this. So we have like beautiful sunsets and barges and nature and just just the community, and just you feel like it's like that My Bloody Valentine 1981 effect. Like you
Oh,
feel like you're part of the community when you're
Yeah.
watching the film. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
yeah,
That's what I really
that's
want.
awesome.
Nice.
That's so exciting. I'm so excited to see this movie. I just wanted to mention too, because we talked about some of the actors that you worked with, and specifically Mary Catherine Stewart. Um, for any 80s kids, besides, Night of the Comet, and then like in the late 80s and 90s, it was Weekend at Bernie's. She was also in The Last Starfighter, which was one of the greatest movies of the
Yeah.
80s.
Yep, exactly right. Yep, she
And
was
if
the
you
last.
haven't seen it, go and see it.
Yep,
I just wanted to
That's a
mention
great
that.
movie.
that
That's a
that is
great movie.
a movie, and she co-starred with Lance Guest in that, right?
Yes.
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 Yeah,
Oh
Wow.
my gosh.
Taking me back, guys. Taking
Yes.
me back.
Yeah, that's
Um,
a really good one.
Daniel, if you wouldn't mind, would you tell us a little bit about independent filmmaking and the responsibilities that go into it that people don't really see or understand, and also the isolation that comes with indie filmmaking?
yeah. So, so indie filmmaking, I love, I love it very much. But and it's a wonderful joy, and I don't take a second of it for granted, and I'm not complaining at all. But when you do it at this level, you have such a responsibility to not only your crew, who have paychecks, your actors, your producers, your investors, your financiers, and you have to juggle that around. So when you're part of every facet of production, like you have to be when you're producing and directing and things like that, it's very stressful, and it's
Hmm.
a massive responsibility. And I don't take a second of it for lightly. So everyone's like, "Oh, you must have the best time. Oh yeah, you guys are just, you know, partying it up." No,
No.
I'm up after 14 hours of, shooting. I'm up for another 5 hours, planning the
Yeah.
next day or getting into character or thinking of shots or thinking of different ways to do things. And on top of that, you have a whole crew of people that I love dearly that you got to make sure they're taken care of the next day.
Yeah.
So it's extremely stressful. And, you know, I like, I'm, I know we talked about questions and stuff, but I thank you for asking this one, because a lot of people don't talk about it. And I am not
Yeah.
afraid to say it. It's very lonely. It's very, very lonely. A lot of isolation, at least for me. I don't know about everybody else, but you know, it can be very lonely, because you have such a responsibility, and there's timelines, and there's just so many things, and it's very lonely. A lot
Yeah.
of planning, and it's
Yeah.
it's and you give a piece of yourself that you'll never get back.
Yeah, of course.
So, because the energy it takes, and time, and with your family and things like that,
Yeah.
planning, being away. But I love every minute of it. But people don't talk about that enough. The mental effect it has on
Yeah.
Yeah.
films, because Hollywood, you have 1,000 people working on a movie. Okay,
Right.
on these films, you have 7 to 10 if you're, lucky.
If you're lucky, right.
We usually have 10 to 12, and they're all great friends of mine. I love them, and we're like a well-oiled machine, and I'm blessed for that. And we now at the point we don't even need to say what we want to say. We just kind of know like
Yeah.
different things to
Right.
do, or just go with the flow. So it's very hard. It's very hard, but we make the best of it. And people just need to realize, like, like I see, like, I don't want to go off on tangent, but I see, like, I watch,
So,
like, you know I don't really look at reviews of films I've done, or I don't really look at other things as that, but I see things on social media, and it hurts me so badly, because I see people like, oh, this movie, blah blah blah, or this movie sucked, or this movie, this, that. You have no clue. So while someone's on their keyboard, writing their two-line
yeah.
review to get a like or a laugh, they have no clue
Right.
the hardships that people
Yeah.
endured to bring that
Mhm.
Oh
escapism to
yeah.
you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I
Yeah.
mean, that's like any creative outlet. It's so easy. Like people love to, I'm a musician, so people love to judge people when they're singing, when they're playing an instrument. And the way that I learned is like you have to keep going and keep doing it because at the end of the day, those people don't know how to read music. Those people do not know how to
Yeah.
hold a tune. And your voice is not going to be perfect every time. Whatever you're creating is not going to be perfect. And you just have to keep going. You have to do it for the love of it.
But
There's
yeah.
always going
That's
to
what I
be
was, yeah.
there's
No,
always going to be judgers.
Yeah,
So,
so I just wanted to say that,
yeah.
it's a lot of people
I
don't know.
totally get it. I
No,
totally get it.
yeah, we love to
I,
hear that. We love to hear that because I think nowadays, especially like in the last, what is it, 20 years or something with social media,
Mhm.
everybody is like a keyboard thug now and
Yeah.
Exactly.
they hide
Keyboard thug,
behind the
I like that,
keyboard,
Sandra.
and it's like, you can say whatever you want and nobody knows you and you could be, anonymous,
Right.
but like you said, they don't know they just see the end of it, but they don't know what happened from the
No.
beginning to middle, like
yeah,
how,
and they'll never know because they don't,
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
So you
that's
got to
all they're
try
doing
not to
is
pay
sitting
attention to it. It's
there.
hard, but you got to try not to pay attention to all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't pay any attention to that. I mean, we made some really, really good films that people love, which I'm happy about. But
Yes.
when I see other people's films, I can see, people have their opinions, but what one person might not like, another person may
Yes.
absolutely love. So
Exactly.
Right.
that's
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
that's what makes it art.
Yeah.
So that's what makes it special
And
because
we've done reviews of lots of different movies, and sometimes there's movies that we love, and but there's a lot of hate for that
yeah,
movie online, and vice versa. Sometimes there's movies that we don't think is that great, but a lot of other people love. But that's just
Yeah.
your taste and your perspective on the film doesn't take away from the art and all the hard work that you
No.
put into the movie, right? And I
yeah,
think the good thing is that you actually love what you're doing despite all this like bullshit in the background. You love what you're doing. So I think that's a good place to be. And as far as, from what I can see, you do have a lot of support. So I think that's also
Yeah.
helpful.
Yeah.
I
oh
would think so.
yeah. I'm
Yeah.
really, really grateful for that. It's been an amazing journey, and we have so many movies coming out. We have between like our group, like our group of independent filmmakers. I think I in the next 18 months, I think I have like 16 films coming out. I'm so excited. So excited. You guys got you listen, The Last Footprint is you're gonna love.
Oh,
Deadly Endings you're gonna love.
I've heard about that one. I'm looking forward to that one.
Yes. Last Footprint, Deadly Endings, The Events Around Peeping Tom,
Sleeping Tom one too.
Fur,
Yes.
Grind, The Boy from Below, The
Oh,
Devil You
Grind.
Know.
We saw
We
Um,
saw
Grind.
Grind.
yeah, so
We
yeah, you like her.
We
we
saw
saw Grind
Grind
last
last
Yeah,
year.
year. Yeah. It was so good.
Yeah.
yeah, it's a lot of fun. And yeah, and Deadly Endings is gonna be awesome. We're looking for distribution soon for that. So a lot of great things coming. I hope you enjoy it.
Oh my gosh. Super excited. So speaking of Grind, so we saw Grind last year at when you were at the Hudson Valley Horror Fest last summer, and we see that you're going to be back this year. Um, this year is
Yeah.
going to be in November. November, what is it?
There's
14th and 15th, in Fishkill, New York.
yes, yep, yes, that's
Okay.
right. It's
Yes.
in November. I cannot wait. I'm going to Hudson Valley Horror Con. So if anybody would like to come and talk,
Me. Oh.
I would love to see you.
Yeah.
Please,
Listen,
I'm
please
good.
come and see
I'm
me.
I'm trying to make it this year.
Sonia and I are planning to go again, and hopefully Angie can meet with us this time and we'll all go together. But we're definitely planning to go again, and we saw that you were going to be there, and we're super excited. Wanted to know if you were planning to screen one of your films this year, like you did last year.
Yes. So there's actually something awesome that the promoter just announced that he's actually going to be holding for the first time at that convention, a film festival.
Mm.
So
Oh, cool.
there'll be six films I think I'm a
Oh,
part of
nice.
that are going to be there. and I think The Last Footprint's going to be there. I think that The Endings might be there. Um, Devil You Know, I believe, is going to be there.
Okay.
So lots of cool stuff. And then also, I'm also going to the Danvers, at the Danvers Horror Convention in October 10th and 11th, and that's in Danvers, Massachusetts. So if you're watching, please come check
Oh,
it out.
wow.
Nice.
Can't make it to Fishkill. I'd love to, meet you and talk horror, and hopefully some other cool stuff's out. And
Yeah.
oh, and next week, check out The Boy from Below. Our film The Boy from Below comes out.
Oh, I heard about that one too. Where can we see that one?
So like the Cineverse Bloody Disgusting picked it up, and it's gonna be first on Amazon for rental and purchase.
Okay. Okay.
Oh,
So August 11th, I think it goes up like 6 in the morning or something like that.
yeah.
Yay.
Yeah.
And that one's
Awesome.
awesome. That one's really cool.
Sonia, that'd be a nice birthday present for us.
I know. I know.
When's your birthday?
On the 10th.
Wait, when?
On the 10th, next Monday.
Happy
I
early
think,
birthday.
Daniel, I think that was meant for me.
Wait, is your birthday too?
No.
No,
Oh,
no,
oh,
I mean, I think she dropped that hint so that I could purchase.
oh, oh, oh. I'll give you
Um,
a copy when I see, but happy birthday to you both.
Thanks.
Hey, thank you.
Yeah, I hope you have a
Sandra's
great one.
pulling Angie stunts right here. I do that all the time to them.
You
I'm
do.
like, I need this mug. Okay.
Wait, I got to remember, what was it? Thug typer? What was it that you called it before?
Oh,
Um,
computer thug. Oh,
computer thug,
keyboard thug.
Keyboard
keyboard
thug.
thug. I've got to
Keyboard
write that
thug.
down.
That's what she said.
Yeah,
Keyboard
make
thug.
sure you message me that. I'm gonna steal
Keyboard
that one.
thug.
Stop being a keyboard thug.
Keyboard thug. I love that.
So speaking about Hudson Valley Horror Fest, I'm just curious, what's your favorite thing about doing all these horror conventions?
Oh man, it's like my favorite thing. I
It's so
love
fun. Yeah.
it's I can't even tell you. I like what I make film is I don't listen. If one of our movies becomes a $10 million movie, that's great. Okay. That's not my goal. I have absolutely no desire for any sort of crazy wealth or any sort of crazy sort of fame or any notoriety or anything like that. But when someone comes up to me and they say, "Oh, I love that movie. I love that movie you did. Oh, I watched it with so and so. Oh, I rented it before. Oh, I know you from them." It is the greatest feeling for me to know that I provided somebody, the same type of
Yeah.
feeling that I had when I used to walk to the video stores, and
Hmm.
Yeah.
look at those covers and watch those movies for the first time.
Yeah.
And it's surreal to have people come up to you and be so kind, nice, and it makes my heart really full. And to have that, it's out of this world. I love meeting people and talking about the movies and that we do, or things that are coming out, or things that are in pre-production, and
Yeah.
it's very, 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 very special to me.
Yeah.
Very
It's a
special.
nice it's a nice feeling when you're doing something that you love and you get the recognition for it. And like you said, even if it's not like you're making a film and it's not like, $1 million, 5 million, $10 million film,
Yeah.
but it's something that you make just for the love of it, and then you get the appreciation and the love for it, and people coming up to you and saying, "Oh my God, I saw this film and I thought it was great, and you were great in it, and so
I,
I can imagine what that feels like. That's like it must be such a good feeling, like a happy feeling.
it's a wonderful, happy feeling. It makes my heart very full. But again, it's my joy comes from, not them talking about me if they're kind enough to. But I truly, it makes me so happy to provide them, because with that escapism, with that joy,
Yeah,
this world is crazy enough, and it's nice to give somebody a little while something to turn off their brain for a little while and have a
yeah,
nice time, and they say how much they enjoyed it, the whole
yeah,
production,
yeah.
everybody involved, and that's what drives me. Is I would love to just I can make people happy that way, you
Yeah.
know, and if I can, I want to do it for as long as I can, you know.
Yeah, totally get it. And I'll just say this to everyone listening and watching here. We can attest that Daniel is the nicest guy.
Oh
Because
yeah.
Not all.
no, I'm telling you, because
Yeah, no.
we met you for that first time and you stood there and spoke with us for a while about the movie, even about families and stuff. Like you were actually taking
You
the
were so
time and you
open
were
and
very
welcoming.
engaged and
Yes.
open. Yes. So if you anybody that's gonna go to any of these conventions that Daniel's gonna be at, go to his table, talk to him. He's gonna talk to you and he's gonna be genuine.
Oh, thank you.
For sure.
That's
Aw.
really nice of you. Thank you.
It's true. It's
Yes.
true.
Thank you so much. But thank you. I appreciate it. And it was great meeting you guys because here we are now.
I
Yes.
know. Look at
You
this. Look
know?
at that.
Two
All
And
the
interviews
you're
in.
connections.
close by.
Yeah.
And now I met Angie.
Yeah. See?
Yes. Full
Now long
circle
time.
now.
And yeah, and next time we have do a film in Connecticut, you guys have to come to Connecticut to, be in
I
the
know. Yeah, we have
That'll
to
be
figure that
that'll
out
be
because we're
great.
not like super far from there.
Yeah.
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 You come be a part of the film. I wish I thought of it for Itinerant.
We have to figure that out because
Yeah.
Yeah.
that would be great. That would be
And I want to
awesome.
hear Angie sing too.
Right now? No, just kidding.
Yeah. Right now sounds good. Or I'll check it on YouTube. Send me a link. I won't put you in the spot. I don't want to put you in the spot.
So Daniel, thank you so much for joining us today. This has been an absolute pleasure. So much fun chatting with you and hearing about the Itinerant and the Malakai. So excited to
Yeah.
first see the trailers when they come out and then the movies. I'm like super hyped to see them,
Yeah.
Thank you.
honestly. And before we go, please, I know you mentioned that you're going to be at a few horror festivals in the fall, but please let everyone know where they can catch you next and your socials so they can check out um, the things that you're working on and maybe some future events that you'll be at.
Yeah. Thank you for that. So I'm going to be at three horror conventions in the fall. So please check me out there. I know we spoke about them before. In New England. I might be one in Florida in the spring. Um, but you can catch me on Instagram, Daniel John Kearney. You could just look me up and you can find me. I got a scary photo in it. And then yeah, and then it's under DJK Horror Historian, and just follow me because if you want to chat or talk um, or anything about any films that are coming out, I would love to talk to you and I love to connect with people. And it's been, you could just follow me there. I don't go on Facebook as much,
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
Instagram is like the place the majority of
Yeah.
people are.
I just share my stuff to the page. So
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
then you
That's what
can
we
also,
do.
yeah. And then you can also follow my production company if you like Showstopper Cinema. And there, I'm not too active, but there's always big news that's placed there, like trailers or, our
Okay.
bloody disgusting articles or things like that.
Cool.
Awesome. Wonderful. Well, thanks again for being here on the show again. And guys, make sure that you're following us on all our socials. We are Horror Flick Chicks on Instagram, Facebook, Threads, and TikTok. And make sure you're subscribed to our YouTube channel where our podcast episodes are. And we're also streaming on several audio platforms. So anywhere you listen to podcasts, you can find us. Um, Thanks again, and we will be back next time. Until then, peace, love, and horror. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Daniel.
Thank you so much. Thank you guys.
That's the end.